The Texas Senate and House are at an impasse when it comes to the governor's priority of creating a way to give tax dollars to private schools. The Senate passed a bill that would create education savings accounts, while the Texas House passed a budget amendment that would prohibit using public money for private schools. Fox 4's Lori Brown live with what's next for the proposal. Lori.
Clarice, SMU political scientist Matthew Wilson says that if the impasse between the House and Senate remains on creating educational savings accounts, the governor may be forced to call a special session for this issue that he has called one of his top legislative priorities.
It ensures that parents have the specific rights that they deserve when it comes to their child's education.
Republican State Senator Brandon Creighton from the Houston area is the author of the bill that would establish education savings accounts.
Parental involvement is the most significant factor for student success.
SB 8 would provide $8,000 for students currently in public school or entering pre-K or kindergarten to attend private school. But the money for the proposal is capped at $500 million right now, enough for about 62,000 Texas students out of the state's 5.5 million public school students.
There's scarcity of dollars.
State Senator Boris Miles questioned how the state would sustain the program.
We're going to have to be cutting in some money somewhere in the future here for this program. Would you agree with me?
No, I think that the way we're very measured in starting out.
Texas would be the 31st state to set up a voucher-style system giving public money to private schools. Senator Royce West of Dallas questioned the success in other states.
So you do admit then that most of these programs are failing in the state.
I admit in Louisiana, D.C., and Wisconsin that they were isolated, that the majority in each of those states and in that city, as an example, were by and large very high
I understand what you're saying, but the fact of the matter is it failed in Louisiana. It failed in Indiana.
I don't agree.
Some senators questioned if state money should be used to fund schools that can pick and choose their students.
But you said something earlier. You said this is all about educational freedom. It sounds like educational segregation to me.
While the bill passed 18-13 in the Senate Thursday, and the House, rural Republicans joined with Democrats to approve a budget amendment that would prohibit education savings accounts.
These are public funds for public schools. There being 86 ayes and 52 nays, the amendment's adopted.
SMU political scientist Matthew Wilson says that creates a predicament for Governor Abbott, who made the issue one of his top legislative priorities.
It would be a real loss to the governor if they end up just abandoning this, because he has talked about it a lot. He did make it a centerpiece of his agenda. If nothing gets done, he'll have some egg on his face. And so that's why I think he's going to work really hard to try to cobble together some sort of agreement.
Under the bill now, 2/3 of the money would be prioritized for students zoned for low-performing schools. Families zoned for high-performing schools would be eligible if they meet a certain income threshold. Clarice.
Lori Brown live. Lori, thank you.